ladies. It's that time again. Oh, yeah. Araba Basantere. Loving my baby Jesus. And I don't mean baby, I mean baby. So we are in Luke 19 today. Oh yeah, baby. We actually found something to talk about. Oh yeah. Towards the end of the chapter, there's this one parable that's just ridiculous because it says that the master slays servants that don't rightly use the money they were given. Sorry, I don't think that's from Jesus. That sounds like it's coming straight out of the Old Testament, and it's put on his lips as if he said it, because the writers wanted their readers to see that Jesus is continuing their tradition of vengeance. So any verses that are attributed to Jesus as vengeful, that's my interpretation every time. Because his cross speaks too loudly for there to be vengeance. His cross tells you the essence of God is to do all he can to give you everything you need. Yeah, baby. So later in the chapter, there's the portrayal of his entering into Jerusalem in his humble way, and people properly praising him for his arrival. But then no sooner does he arrive, or according to the narrative, than he goes into the temple and drives out all the people making money. Because of their focus on profit making instead of prayer. Oh yeah. That's the Jesus I know. No one gets killed, but he's firmly established in his actions. His actions bring a bright light on the religious elite with no uncertain terms of being critical of their methods. That's the Jesus I know. That's the Jesus that informs me every day, whatever it is I'm doing, however it is I'm to conduct myself day to day, moment to moment. That's the Jesus I know. Yeah. And also, by the way, it's historically more relevant and likely to be true when you portray a hero like Jesus in less than perfect settings. In other words, they call it I forgot the term. But anything that shows Jesus in like a critical or controversial light is likely to be true and factual, because his supporters, if anything, would want to present him as being without fault, especially someone like Jesus, who is, the main catalyst for a way of life that transformed the world. So yeah, we love the cleansing of the temple, Jesus, because it makes sense with who we believe him to be. His cross was an indictment against the world. So cleansing the temple and driving people out with a whip. Well, in Luke, I don't think it really says a whip, but I think it does in other Gospels. But he drove them out nonetheless. And that aligns with the message of the cross. And it also aligns with our experience with him in the Spirit. Because we are the temple of God. And what does he do? He drives out those practices in us that are anything less than pure Holy Spirit led beliefs and actions. Oh yeah, baby. So he's continually in that position of driving out from us. In fact, you might even say he's already driven them out. It's just us who need to come into that revelation that the victory is his. It's already been done. That's why he says on the cross, it is finished. So all the sin that entangles us and keeps us from full reflections and manifestations of who he is, those have already been driven out. It's just we need to come to understand that that is the truth of the matter. And when we do, we find ourselves aligned with his thinking, his heart, his purpose, and we don't even participate in those thoughts, actions, whatever, that formerly were besetting us, because we've had the experience of being set free and aligned with who he is, to the point where you don't even want those things anymore. Not because intellectually you know they work against the ultimate goal of God, but just because of who you're becoming. You're becoming someone who loves and serves others and worships God in truth. And in that way, you are the reflection of Jesus to the world. Oh yeah, baby. Why? Because we're one with him, sweetie. Oh yeah. Just like that, honey. So it's always good to come across something in the Bible that's positive, useful, and reflects our own experience of who Jesus is because of the gift of his Spirit. Because that's where the life is. That's where the confirmation is. That's where the knowledge grows. And it's not just a matter of, well, what do you believe? Well, I believe this. Oh, I believe that. No. This goes way beyond that. Because you're being activated by the Spirit, confirming what he's doing with something that's written in the Bible. Oh yeah, baby.